Hello, lovely people. So today I'm going to give you some clear idea as much as I can regarding SINP Express Entry Stream and SINP OID stream because there were a couple times when some of you were asking us in our Facebook group or in our YouTube channel which one to go with. So I cannot just say this is good or this is bad or this is even better. So it's very hard to say because both the sides has got some pros and cons. Now let's look towards both of their eligibility requirements and selection process, time factors, so that you know which one is really your one. This is the one which is SINP Express Entry and SINP Occupation and Demand on the other page. So I'm going to give you a very quick overview of both this so that you can figure out which one is better for you. Okay. Now, if you see the proof of fund, this is exactly same for both the Express Entry and Occupation and Demand. Then if you see the language requirement, which is many of you guys are concerned about. So for the Express Entry, a language test that has to meet the Express Entry program a requirement, which is minimum is CLB 7. So that's the requirement for SINP Express Entry program. However, if you are going with the Occupation and Demand, then it can go low as up to CLB 4. But here is the irony. So this is the minimum requirement. I would say you will never be able to secure your ITA just with this CLB 4 unless you have a relative living in Saskatchewan. If you have a relative in Saskatchewan, probably you may be able to make it. If it is not, then CLB 4 is not for you. Why I'm saying it, let me give you one very quick insight, which is for both Express Entry and OID, you need at least 60 points to apply. I understand. Even with that CLB 4, you may be able to score that minimum 60 point. However, you will not be able to get the ITA, which is invitation to apply. Why I am saying so, just for an example, I'm showing you just last three EY draw. Okay, so the last was September 27, then September 8, August 19. Now you can see for both the stream and most of the time, this is the situation where the cutoff score is same for both the streams. As you can see, like on September 27, for both OID and Express Entry, the cutoff score was 71. Then on September 8, for both of them, it was 66. Then on August 19, OID was just 1 point less than the Express Entry. And I would say this thing is happening probably 1 out of 10 times. And also this can be vice versa. That means sometimes you will see Express Entry is having 1 point less or 2 point less than the OID, but that's probably 10% of the time. 90% of the time, you will get both the cutoff scores are same. However, there is one thing very interesting. Most of the case, SINP OID that has got more invitations than the Express Entry stream. That means, as you can see here, on the same date, there were 239 invitations, and for the Express Entry, there were only 152. Then for this time, it was 212, but here you can see the Express Entry was 316. Then this date on August 19, the OID was 335, where Express Entry was just about the half. Okay, now that's what I'm saying, like it's very hard to draw a conclusion which is really, really better. Okay, now probably I can give you a summary which is really better for you. Now, if you do not have a job offer from any other province, if you do not have any relative living in any other province, probably Saskatchewan PNP, that means SINP is your maybe the only option if you're looking for the provincial nominee program. So if it is so, my personal opinion would be I would go for SINP OID because I don't need express entry program on that ground anyway, right? But if you want to take chance, for an example, Alberta PNP, like if you're having at least CRS score 300 or more, there might be a chance, even if it is a slightest chance, still there might be a chance that you may expect NOI, that means notice of interest from Alberta PNP. So if you want to keep that door open, probably you may want to go ahead with express entry profile, and then you can come with SINP express entry stream. So in that case, probably, yeah, SINP express entry is your go-to model. Otherwise, if you're targeting only the SINP or Saskatchewan PNP, probably my recommendation will be for SINP OID. Now, here is another important factor I just want to bring it out, which is the processing time. If you want to make a comparison between the processing time and see, I'm just taking the reference from Saskatchewan.ca, that means directly from SINP website. So you don't need to believe me or believe others, just go to the website and take the statistics, and also you can see they are updating this periodically. So these statistics is based on July 1st to September 30th. So that means it's the most updated one. Okay. Now for the occupation and demand stream, this is 36 weeks, and for the express entry, this is 37 weeks. That means in terms of processing time also, they're very close. Okay. Now, what would be the total end-to-end process? Now, end-to-end process for the express entry, you'll have to get ITA from SINP. Then after getting the SINP nomination, you'll have to go to again the federal pool, wait for the express entry ITA, submit your documents, then you get the PR if you get. For occupation and demand, just after the occupation and demand nomination, you are not going for the express entry pool. However, you are going for the federal anyway to submit your PR application process. So for both the case, I would say just after the ITA from SINP, end-to-end process is again the same. But though the time looks like same or similar benchmark, but the process is a little bit different. Like in express entry stream, the process or the submission documents are almost the same for SINP and the express entry pool when you will be waiting for the express entry pool after adding the 600 points. But for occupation and demand, once you have the nomination from SINP, it's done. You are not going to get worried about your job reference letters, your academic documents, your IELTS, this and that, because if you are coming along with this OID stream, then just after the nomination, the federal people, the federal case officers, they will check only if you are admissible or inadmissible to Canada. That means whether you have any previous bad records, previous criminal records to Canada or not, even if you have any criminal records in your home country or not, those things. But if you're applying for the express entry one, then the same selection sectors or factors will be judged twice. One time, the first time is from SINP people, then the second time under the federal guys. Okay, so those are the little bit of difference if you talk about what happens after a SINP nomination. Okay, so I just try to give you a couple ideas which one to go with. There is another huge concern about the SINP NOC. So for most of the draws, the NOCs that they are sending the ITA based on are the same. So the NOCs are same. But if you do not know how to select your best NOCs or the right NOC, I would say you can take help from definitely the NOC website of IRCC, or you can go to our YouTube channel and you can just type NOC I have tried to give couple ideas with the NOCs, and also there is a real rejection case scenario that I tried to point it out why it was rejected. Then if you want to know a little bit more about the SINP, more insight, I would say you can just type in the search bar SINP, just hit enter. Then you will see my other videos on Saskatchewan PNP, and you can just go from there. And definitely, if you don't understand something, please leave your comments in our videos so that we'll try our best to get back to you whatever knowledge we have. Okay, and with that, I'm wishing you good luck. Just go ahead with what you have, but in a right way. That's it. Thank you. Bye bye.